7 days of pretrial detention for Vladimir Z. This is the decision of the district court in Warsaw. The Ukrainian is suspected by the Germans of involvement in the bombing of the Nordstream gas pipelines 2 years ago. As regards the application of the isolation measure, there is also a specific reason for its application in this case, namely the fear of unlawful obstruction of proceedings, and I would like to emphasize that these proceedings were initiated on the basis of a European arrest warrant. According to the court, having 2 passports, the Ukrainian accused by the Germans can leave Poland, and when he was previously wanted last year, he was not at home. His defence attorney emphasised that although Vladimir Z had known for a long time about the European arrest warrant procedure implemented by Germany and had not left the Schengen area, neither this, nor the guarantees provided by the employer of the wanted man, nor the possibility of financial guarantees and police supervision convinced the court. If someone has been living in a particular country for almost 3.5 years, if they have undergone certain civil and administrative procedures during that time, if they are staying in that country, in my opinion, and in the opinion of the defendant, the fear of escape or tampering with evidence is, in my opinion, unconvincing. Another circumstance taken into account by the court was the severe punishment he faces. What was not taken into account? Geopolitical circumstances. At this stage of the proceedings, the court ruling on the application of pretrial detention for a period of 7 days to the European arrest warrant has no right and does not assess issues related to the geopolitical situation or, as the defence attorney pointed out during the hearing, constitutional sabotage. The problem is that the geopolitical circumstances in this case are exceptional. I disagree with the fact that a citizen of Ukraine is accused of destroying critical infrastructure and, let's call it what it is accused of constitutional sabotage on behalf of Germany for destroying the infrastructure connecting Germany and Russia, and is being held criminally responsible for this in the European Union. Vladimir Z's wife also stood by him in court. The woman told our station that her husband's arrest came as a shock to her and their children. Did you believe that Poland would be a safe haven for you, a place where you could live and work peacefully away from the war, where no one would try to surveil you or threaten your safety? Yes, that's what we expected when we came to Poland. However, she still has hope. I hope that Poland will help us and not send my husband back to Germany. Apart from Vladimir Z, 2 other Ukrainians were suspected of blowing up Nordstream. Serhiy K. was arrested in August near Rimini. An Italian court recently decided to extradite him to Germany. This decision is to be appealed by his lawyer because, as the defense attorney says, it violates his client's fundamental rights, including the right to a fair trial. The third subject was Sabotage K., who lost his life on the Ukrainian front, fighting against the Russians. Neither the suspects nor anyone else has ever admitted to participating in the bombing of Russian-German gas pipelines. Despite this, Radosław Sikorski pointed to perpetrators he accused on Platform X. He thanked the United States for this, which the Russians eagerly exploited, as they had blamed Kiev and Washington from the outset for the attack on the gas infrastructure in Moscow and Berlin. That's not all. Radosław Sikorski reportedly said the following about the arrested Vladimir Z. Until recently, Sikorski was said to have claimed that he deserved an order and asylum in Poland. But now it turns out that Germany has put its foot down and the Ukrainian will most likely be expelled from Poland and handed over to the German side. Unfortunately, it seems that Germany is already preparing for a reset with Russia after the war in Ukraine ends, because if Germany were honest, they would dismantle Nord Stream themselves. Germany has always tried to whitewash this cooperation with Russia, explaining that it is purely an economic project. However, it is no secret that Russia uses raw materials as a tool of political pressure. Today, the case of Vladimir Z may be starting to resemble the case of another foreigner detained in Poland who was targeted by Russia. A similar situation had already occurred in Poland when Radosław Sikorski was Minister of Foreign Affairs and Donald Tusk was Prime Minister. The Russian Federation was pursuing a man whom it claimed was responsible for terrible crimes, but whom the free world described as a persecuted opponent of Vladimir Putin. This was Ahmed Zakayev, who moved freely around many European countries, even though Russia was pursuing him in the United Kingdom and Denmark. He was finally detained in Poland. The background and reasons for this decision were revealed in the series Reset. Sergei Lavrov, who had given a lecture to Polish ambassadors just 2 weeks earlier, called the Polish Minister of Foreign Affairs. During the phone call, Lavrov thanked the Polish Minister of Foreign Affairs, Radosław Sikorski, for the fact that the Polish prosecutor's office and the Polish state had detained Ahmed Zakayev, who was wanted by Russia. In the case of Vladimir Z, documents will be sent from Germany to Poland for the court to review. The court will then decide whether the Ukrainian will be extradited to Germany. The court has 100 days to make this decision.